Hello, my lovelies. This is going to be our monthly shadow work. So I'm not posting shadow work all the time because I feel like a lot of people don't really watch it, but I am going to post it like once a month or so, just because I know there's things that maybe people are struggling with that they're trying to work through. And that's the purpose of shadow work, is to integrate your shadow self, the parts we keep hidden, with our light self, the part that everybody sees, so that we can find balance within us. So what's hidden from the collective for the month of May, Spirit? What do we need to see? What do we need to know? The Hermit. Needing to do the shadow work, needing to reflect, some time alone. Maybe you're going to finally come out of hermit mode and like go forward. The Tower. So there could be some major changes. I get the strong sense that somebody was really desperately, not desperately, but desperately working on themselves to emerge, like transformed, like a butterfly or a phoenix, right? And so there's this big change that occurred internally that eventually externally the rest of the world will see. There could be a lot of confusion around this emergence. I feel like you've really changed, and people may be like, I don't even recognize so-and-so anymore. Like, what have they been up to? Plastic surgeries coming to mind. Maybe they've done some sort of health and fitness routine. Maybe they've changed the way that they look physically, haircuts, colors, changed the way that they dress, things like that. All of these things are like changing on the inside before they change on the outside, leading to some sort of disappointment. I feel like there's people around you that really wanted to see you fail, and you're going to be like, not today, motherfucker. I'm here to shine. So I feel like Spirit's going to put you center stage, and they're going to sprinkle you with a little extra pizzazz, a little razzle dazzle. And I feel like people are going to be a little starstruck in certain people's presence, right? If this reading applies, that's who I'm talking to. It's not like your best friend, your so-and-so, whatever. It's you. I'm reading for you, my collective, the viewer. So you might be kind of showcased. It's a weird way of putting it, but I feel like you could be the star that people are kind of mesmerized by. You know, have you ever met like a celebrity and it's like you get tongue-tied, you can't talk, you're starstruck, right? So I feel like people are going to start to react that way to you. That's wild. There could also have been some sort of ending, or an ending that's coming in a long-standing relationship, marriage, or commitment. Anything else that's hidden or changing? Yeah, there is some endings coming in relationships, so marriage or otherwise. There's been some disappointments, kind of lackluster. Maybe this person just, isn't changing or growing. Maybe you've grown apart. That tends to happen. And the Seven of Swords. There is something that's hidden that's coming to light, right? This change, this transformation. Maybe you find out that somebody that you had your eye on or you had a crush on is ending a relationship, and now maybe they're available. Ooh, okay. So there will be some sort of decision. I feel like someone's made up their mind. They're no longer confused. They know what they want going forward. What else? Yeah. Not listening to your intuition is going to cause you a lot of Spirit saying it's going to wreck you. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and if you can't, you got to work on that because you need to. The Nine of Coins. I feel like there's been some bad business decisions in the past, bad choices in general, especially with finances. Maybe it was a relationship that really drained you financially. Yep. And could have led to like ruin or destruction. Maybe something went out of business. Maybe it was a business partnership, a marriage, things like that, but it's like collateral damage at this point. So we've got to make better decisions. We don't want to be scammed. We don't want to be deceived by anybody. We want the truth, right? We need the balance because things have been erratic. And so that is coming to an end. Cycle closed, cycle complete, decision made. There could also have been a partnership that, you thought he was Prince Charming and he turned out to be the devil in disguise. And so we're cutting our losses. We're breaking free from those cycles, trusting our instincts and intuition. One more for what's hidden. King of Wands. All right. He can be kind of arrogant when he's in the shadow aspect. They both can. King of Wands, King of Cups. And so I feel like we need somebody that's grounded. We need somebody that's empathetic. We need somebody that's got their head screwed on straight, right? We need somebody who's honest and trustworthy, courageous, not somebody who's a pushover, but also not somebody who is manipulative in any way, shape, or form. There we go. Prince Charming has entered the chat. So I do think that you have a new love offer coming in for some of you. It's also someone who's been thinking about the past, right? Maybe they see you some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're on a talk show, TV interview, something like that. Maybe you're online and people somehow see you. Maybe you grace their screen. I don't know how it's going to happen for every single one of you, but I do think that someone's reminiscing about the past. But is it fucking toxic, right? We don't want the arrogance. We don't want the codependency, the violence, the greed, all of those things. We want to make a clean break. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands. There is communication coming in. There is definitely something or someone you're going to hear from. But again, is it a cycle that's like repeating itself, that's toxic, that you need to say no to? I feel like you're going to hear from an ex. We have the 2 of Cups, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the Devil. We also have those in the shadow aspect. So I do feel like it's going to be somebody that you've ended things with. 8 of Coins. They weren't willing to put in the work before. That's strongly what I'm picking up, right? There's this sense of confusion. Maybe they don't know what they want. Maybe you don't know what you want, but that's about to change. Things are starting to move forward. I almost get the sense it's like, you know how like you win the lottery or something, or you get famous, or you know, you're doing well, career, love, whatever, and then all of a sudden somebody from your past comes back like, oh hey, remember me? That's the energy that I'm picking up with this. Like, you're going forward, and people from your past are gonna somehow hear about that and be like, oh, hey, how you been? Close that fucking door, lock it, throw away the fucking key, and be done with it. Because they have not changed according to what the tarot is showing me. They haven't changed, but you drastically have. You're going forward. Movement, travel, relocation, purchasing a vehicle. Like, you are coming up in the world, and they're not. So there could be some jealousy or things like that going on. There is some sort of creative breakthrough here. I feel like a cycle ends to give way to this new beginning. And let's see, what is that? The 9 of Wands. So you do need your defenses up, because I feel like someone's going to communicate that was toxic, and you need to close that chapter once and for all. By all means, hear them out, see what they have to say, but I'm telling you, nothing much has changed in that scenario. So you definitely are going towards a period of recovery, but you've got to still shift your perspective, and you may have to cut some people off, right? Because we have liars, cheaters, thieves, manipulators, 7 of Swords energy. Something is going to be illuminated where there's been some sort of deception. And the Queen of Coins. They're after what you have. Money, fame, fortune, recognition, things like that. They want to be part of it, but they're really not. What do we have? The 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of Swords. I can't read Roman numerals. I don't know why it doesn't compute in my brain. So 9 of Swords. Yeah, lots of sleepless nights. I feel like this was super toxic. I feel like it kind of wrecked your whole world for a while. I do feel like it was a shitty breakup. I feel like it was a lot of collateral damage. And I feel like you've worked on yourself, and you have continued to work on yourself. And so you're not in alignment with these people anymore. So it might be really easy for you to just go, yeah, no, thank you. I'm done. I'm checking out. That's not for me. I no longer wish to entertain that energy, and move the fuck on. Close it, block it off, you know, limit your contact, have boundaries, whatever you feel like you need to do. Shit, for some of you, you might need a restraining order, but I feel like you really do need to limit that, because that's what's going to lead to your happiness, is closing that chapter once and for all. All right, Spirit, what is the conclusion here? Show us what we need to see. One more. All right. You've waited a really long time for your ships to come in, okay? Like years and years and years. I feel like you have waited for your success, your abundance, your happiness to actually be focused on, right? So rest and recharge while you can, because I feel like it's not going to be that way for much longer. But you do have stability that's coming in. Love, romance, all those things I feel like are possible as well. We do have the 10 of Cups out here in the light side, which is positive. We also have it in the shadow, telling us something is ending there. You might be seeing the number 4, back to back. If you see 4, that is angels, guidance, protection, and communication coming in. Spirit needs you to make a decision about the future. What is it that you want? Which direction do you want to go? You have stability coming in. You also have somebody coming in that I feel like could help you build financially, but you have to decide, right? Which direction do you want to go? So is the juice worth the squeeze? Because one side leads to abundance and a celebration and positive. The other side leads backwards, right? And where we already were. So you have to make a decision. What is our final outcome, please, Spirit? Thank you. Shift your perspective is going to be what gets all these things back on track, but you have to make a decision what you let go of and what you open up to. Some of it is love. There is new love that's trying to come in for you, new streams of abundance trying to come in for you, success trying to come in for you, and the devil wants his cut, right? So one more, Spirit. One more. Final card. What do we need to see? What is the final outcome? Yep, the Tower. Change is necessary, right? Without change, we can't get to a brighter future. Without change, things are stagnant. So, like the podcast, be the change. Come check it out. It's live on Sundays. Have a great week.